But let me show you something that's going to happen. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, just the way life works, guaranteed, somebody in the group is going to get offended. That's just what happens around groups of people. What happens when you gather all your family together? You have a Sunday dinner and gather all the family. Somebody's going to get offended by somebody else and what they said. It happens at family dinner. It happens at church events. It happens at community events. It happens everywhere. Get a bunch of employees on your team and watch. Somebody will get offended sooner or later about what somebody else said. So getting triggered or being offended is a real thing. And people today, all of us have the possibility of being triggered by what somebody else in the group has said. So like I mentioned, Kim and I both practice managing our triggers. Practice managing them. It's a very important step for progress. Because when you get triggered, there's a reaction. There's a natural reaction that causes you to slip back to some old behaviors. So when you get triggered, because it will happen sooner or later, somewhere in your life, something's going to trigger you. And if you haven't known about this, triggers pull up emotion. They pull up where you have had your own personal borders crossed in your past. And that's what offense means. Offense is your borders have been crossed. And then down below that is pain or hurt. Usually when a person is triggered, it's because it triggers some old pain or old hurt, and it comes to the surface. Because what this person said, whatever this person said. And so whatever this person said, did or didn't do, or inclined, or, whatever they did, there's this trigger that happens inside of you. And see, that's the important point to recognize, is that it's inside. Triggers happen inside of you. They did not give it to you. They did not give you the offense. They did not give you the pain. They did not give you the hurt. This came up from the inside. It was probably hid. And then boom, it popped up because of what somebody did or did not do or said or whatever. And so then what happens is, because of what this person did, that particular emotion popped up. It's very easy to then blame this person for that pain. Usually the blame gets pointed right at whoever caused that emotion to pop up inside you. But that was always there. It was there. So whatever this person did that caused that to happen, that has always been there. If you don't believe me, you're going the wrong way. It's always been there. It's just hidden from you. It's just hidden. And so usually, we put away our hurts and pains and we hide them even from ourselves. They get hidden. But when somebody uses the right words, or they say the right sentence, or in the right way, or the certain tone of voice, or under a certain level of pressure, and they say it in a particular way, it then can trigger, because there's some similarities to a past experience. And then boom, what happens is that trigger comes to the surface, and now you feel the pain and the hurt from that. But it's not this person who gave it to you. If you get triggered, that is your past coming to the present, or actually the past just being revealed to you. That's still sitting inside you. How many times have I been triggered? Oh, by other people, easily over 1,000. Be triggered by other people, what they said, what they did, what they didn't do. But I haven't always crashed underneath that trigger, but I have experienced triggers from what other people do. And it happens because we're around people. And here you are around people. And if you're sensitive, are you sensitive like the rest of us? If you're sensitive, then what happens is those triggers are very likely to happen. Now, I know this. I know that you'll get triggered. You need to know you will get triggered by a client, now this is you right here. You'll get triggered by a client, by a prospect, by somebody in the public, by somebody putting a message on your Facebook post or your social media post, or respond to your marketing email, or this will be a family member or a friend or somebody from your past that comes back. It's like it's just always very shocking and very surprising. Like, oh, hey, here's another trigger. So when a trigger happens for me, I know that it comes up from inside me. Then I need to use emotional management skills on me. But here's a tip, a really important tip here, very important to follow. The more time you spend on blaming somebody, you're wasting time in solving this trigger. So you want to drop the blame, like just drop it. And when somebody triggers you, be able to go, wow, what was that? And get right onto emotional management. Right onto it. And if you don't know how to manage your emotions, put a comment in the chat box. So I know maybe we need to take some time and go through that. But you need to manage that emotion because it's revealed, it's exposed. And it's not this person exposed you. They just happen to have done something that was attached to that hurt and pain. And now you can actually remember that you have it. The reason why you're mad at this person, let me tell you the reason why you're mad at the person who triggered you, is because they caused this to come to the surface and you have tried to hide it. And the thing you're the most upset about is that they exposed it. And you thought it was gone, and now here it all is back. But Kirk, this person is supposed to be nice. I'm sorry to tell you, you cannot control other people to be nice. You can't cause people to walk on eggshells around you. You're the one who's hurt. I know this is tough love, but you need to hear this. You have pains inside you and hurts. And one of the big reasons why you're going to struggle having clients is because you're afraid that somebody's going to trigger you. So your subconscious will push people away. And that's not good for business. Is because there's a lot of people in the world. And if it's not this person, it could be a different person. And so your subconscious knows, oh, wow, somebody could trigger me. So let's just don't be around people. So welcome to the world of addressing your triggers. If somebody or the next person happen to do something and it causes your pain to be recognized, please don't blame them. They're human. And are there people out there that are jerks? Oh yeah, there's a lot of jerks out there. They say stupid stuff on social media. They say stupid stuff on emails they send in, and they say stupid stuff straight to you. And it's like, what? So yeah, this happens. Even nice people trigger us. Nice people are usually the ones that trigger us and they don't even know what they did. It could be a family member you really care about. It could be somebody on your mastermind that you really admire, but this one particular day they said something that just triggered something that was inside you. Inside you. So, whoever the person is, there are mean people who trigger us and there are nice people, good people who just say a certain thing in a certain way and bam, it just shows up. It just shows up and it's always been there. Just because you choose to ignore it doesn't mean it went away. And here's the thing, most people have been taught to stuff and hide their pains because they never were taught how to heal, reconcile, relieve, let go, release. They weren't taught how to do that. The people who raised us didn't really understand emotions. They just was like, well, just get over it. And so we stuff it. And then here you try to open up a great opportunity to serve people. And then people come into your life and they're like, hey, I'm a person. And because you're around people, interacting with people, something's going to happen. And boom, it comes up. It's not them. Don't waste time blaming. Get working on identifying this and using emotional management techniques to release it. Super important. I don't know if you got the memo or not, but emotional management skills have got to be in your top 3 list of what you're good at.